My name is Karishma Ali. I'm a footballer and I'm a social entrepreneur. I belong to Chitral. Now, when I say Chitral, of course, many of you are imagining beautiful mountains, imagine scenic views, fresh air. And that is true for me too. Chitral, after all, is my home. However, it is also the very reason why I faced a lot of challenges and struggles, because I belong to this particular area. Now, before I go into this discussion of the topic, I want to share a small story. A story of a little girl, 9-year-old girl, who decided to watch a football game. Once it was 2006. Little did she know that this would not just change history for her, but also for so many young girls back home. This little girl in 2006 decided to sit and watch the FIFA Men's World Cup with her father somewhere in a village in Chitral. But the most important part is of, her father, who sat there explaining the football game to her, of the rules, naming the players, how football is played. But one important thing that he never did was that he never mentioned that it was a men's game, even though there was nothing of women's sports being shown on TV. And that exactly gave this little girl a dream to become a professional footballer. Fast forward many years later, she became a professional footballer, the first one from Chitral, but also started an organization that supports many others who wanted to follow her footsteps. That little girl is me. Now, but unfortunately, if we speak about facts, it is not the same for so many other young girls in Pakistan. When a young girl is born, she's introduced to all these family values, cultural values, that then restrict her to only a few things that she can do. The only few possible things that she can do and achieve. And so when we're speaking about supporting young girls that dream big, we need to start to have a discussion about whether or not we're actually allowing them to dream big in the first place. And yes, there are exceptions that make it through, regardless of all these structures and all these cultural norms and values. They somehow make it through and become trailblazers. Now, how do we actually support them? The many years of struggles that I went through, I've made it so far. I'm still facing challenges here at a national level. What opportunities are then we giving these young girls to go ahead and become role models? Is it just only struggles? One fact that really bothers me, and I read that actually last year, was from the Medical Council of Pakistan, that said that 50% of doctors drop out. 70% of doctors are actually, medical students are female, but only 23% of them actually practice after they graduate. Why is that so? And it's the structure that we have built. Many years of hard work of these young girls goes completely to waste because of the societal norms and the expectations that have from us. Even for me, my story, I remember the first time around 4 years ago when I shared my vision of creating the Karishma Ali Foundation with around 20 individuals, including organizations, businesses. None of them believed in me. None of them were ready to invest into some girl with a crazy dream. Fast forward today, I fought through, I made it possible. We have 250 young girls that are playing, different sports. We have made it to so many news. And I really hope that they're regretting their decision somewhere out there. But we need to change that. We need to believe in girls and we need to believe in their potential. We need to create spaces that are safe for young women, because we all know, even in workspaces, one wrong action or one wrong thing can lead then to strengthen the debate of patriarchy or on why women should not be in these places. We need to create a structure. We need to provide opportunities, and we need to give access to young girls to these, in order to develop. The first football camp that we had, we did not have funds. Hence, we could not provide transport. But we walked for 2 hours every day away from these villages to find a safe space where these girls could play sports. Because we did not have a proper structure. Women are not given, all these facilities. They don't have access to anything, but yet we're supposed to act like some superheroes. When we do, we're not accepted as superheroes. I'd like to play a small video to show, so that you hear from the young girls themselves on the challenges they face just in order to play sports.
चित्राल में जब फैमिली से इजाज़त मिलती है कि हम फुटबॉल खेलने जाए तो सोसाइटी पहले तो फैमिली अलाउ नहीं करते, फिर जब फैमिली को मनाते फिर सोसाइटी की बात आती है तो सोसाइटी में लोग कहते हैं कि फुटबॉल लड़कियों के लिए सही नहीं है, फुटबॉल तो मेल्स के लिए होता है। तो वहाँ से निकल के जब हम यहाँ पे फुटबॉल खेलने आते हैं तो हम यहाँ पे कंफर्टेबल फील करते हैं क्योंकि हमारे अंदर एक टैलेंट है, और जब इंसान अपने काम को एंजॉय करता है तो वो उस चीज़ में बहुत ज़्यादा एक्सपर्ट हो जाता है।
पाँव से मार दो, नीचे रखो, kick it to me, give pass it to me. That's a good pass. This is the difficulty level. Ball को push करो, 1, 2. All right, let's try. Open up, use the space and try.
You don't need anybody. You just need to practice, and then you'll become a better player.
अभी फिलहाल इनके ऊपर we just काम कर रहे हैं कि बॉल के साथ जितने skills ये सीखें उतना लाजमी है, because जल्दी अर्ली उम्र में बच्चे जितनी ज़्यादा स्किल्स सीखते हैं उनको लेटर ऑन लाइफ में उतना ज़्यादा फ़ायदा होता है।
बहुत सारे लोग बोलते नहीं, लड़कियां फुटबॉल नहीं खेलते, या मेरे पापा बोलते हैं ठीक है तुम खेलो, तो चाचू बोलते नहीं मत खेलो। बुरा लगता है कि लड़कियों को बाहर जाने नहीं देते। हम क्यों नहीं खेल सकते? हम खेल सकते हैं, हमें क्यों नहीं जाने दे रहे? अब मेरे घर वालों को इतना मसला नहीं है और मैं आगे उनका नाम रोशन करूँगी, अपने माँ बाप का।
मैंने अपने फ्रेंड्स को भी देखा है जिनकी फैमिली सपोर्ट नहीं करती, तो वो मतलब कि जब उनको टाइम मिलता है तो वो छुप के आके खेल के वापस चली जाती थी। पेरेंट्स कुछ सपोर्टिव नहीं होते, कुछ बहुत ज़्यादा सपोर्ट करते हैं, तो अलग अलग मतलब के लोग होते हैं, तो उनके साथ फिर मैनेज करना भी मुश्किल होता है। मेरे पेरेंट्स ना, मेरे पापा भी नहीं थे, मेरे भाई जॉब वगैरह में जाते थे, तो उस दिन मुझे मम्मा लेके आई थी उस दिन, तो मुझे वो बहुत अच्छा लगा क्योंकि उस दिन मम्मा ये भी कह सकती थी कि नहीं जाओ, घर पे कोई नहीं लेके जाने के लिए। लेकिन उस दिन जब उन्होंने सपोर्ट किया तब मैंने सोचा कि अगर ये मुझे इतना सपोर्ट कर सकते तो क्यों ना मैं इनका आगे नाम जाकर रोशन कर सकती।
चलो
जब भी मैं पढ़ाई करती हूँ मैं इतना कंफर्टेबल नहीं होती जितना मैं स्पोर्ट्स खेल के मुझे इतनी खुशी होती है। यहाँ पे जब मैं अपने कोचेज़ को देखती हूँ तो वो हमारे साथ बहुत मेहनत करते हैं, हमें इतना रोज़ यहाँ पे आके सिखाते हैं हमें, तो हमें भी चाहिए कि मतलब हम इस फुटबॉल को आगे बढ़ाएं। और ये मेरा सिर्फ शौक ही नहीं है, मुझे मेरा टैलेंट भी है, तो मैं चाहती हूँ कि इसको मैं आगे प्रमोट करूँ और साथ साथ अपनी पढ़ाई को भी वो कर सकूँ।
माइंड में ये रखना है कि नेक्स्ट कैंप जो होगा अगले साल, उसके लिए I need to be better. I want to see some of you, if not all, play for the national team.
Yes, sir.
Open up. Hit the ball.
इनको बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिल रहा है, देखने को मिल रहा है। They're learning from each other, क्योंकि ये चित्राल के डिफरेंट वैलीज से हैं, तो आपस में मिल के भी बहुत कुछ सीख रहे हैं आप एक दूसरे के बारे में, जो कि ये यूजुअली नहीं सीखते हैं। It's an exposure for them.
Promise, this time we will visit the north, we'll do something with Karishma there. Yeah, let's take a serious one.
Let's take a serious
one.
Now, this is the story not just of girls in Chitral, but so many girls around Pakistan that have so much potential. But what are our institutions, what is our government, what are the organizations doing to support these young girls? If we speak about Pakistan 75 years ahead, we need to understand that almost 50% of our population, when we speak about the younger generation, is girls. Then how do we think about developing as a nation when really 50% we don't think about the rest of the 50%? And the 50% of us is pulled back. And lastly, it's incredible that we support and we celebrate few women on stages every year. But we need to understand that what is so wrong in our system that we get to hear these stories again and again instead of seeing more women reach these stages. I'm hopeful, I'm always hopeful. I will work towards a better inclusive Pakistan, and I hope everyone here is committed to that too. Thank you so much.